Well, good morning, everyone, and especially to Glenn. Glenn, we appreciate you taking the time to meet with us this morning, and especially allowing us to have Dimitri and Matt work with this important project with your organization. Thank you.
Certainly, thank you for having me along.
I haven't had the pleasure of meeting you yet. My name is Steve Crooks. I am a faculty member in the Instructional Technology program. Both Matt and Dimitri are students in the program, and for this project they were assigned to find a client and work with a real live instructional design project. So we're glad that we were able to find you and connect with you. This is a software program that we're using in our program, and it's called Podio. And it actually can manage instructional design or any types of collaborative projects quite well with it. So I'll kind of introduce us to this a little bit as we kind of go through the project. We have, of course, Dimitri there in Houston with you, and then Matt's in Dallas. Yeah.
Yes, actually, the three of us met through Podio last week and discussed this project. And personally, I've never worked on a project with designers at a distance, so this is going to be a new experience. But so far, I will say I've been pretty impressed with the Podio system.
Yeah, we're pretty excited about it too, Glenn. I actually have a whole class that I'm managing. You'll notice on the left-hand side there, I have listed the different project groups for this class, and Dimitri and Matt's is just one of them. I have 5 other groups that are working on projects similar to this, and they have a separate workspace set up just like this. So yeah, we're pretty excited about it. And our students are pretty much all over Texas, and we're able to work with them quite easily.
Well, it does sound like Podio is making your job a lot easier, don't you?
Yeah, and it's actually pretty convenient for me too. I sit at home and work on the project through Podio.
Yeah, that is nice. In fact, Dimitri can work from his home and get in his pajamas, and he's ready to go. Yeah, I think all of us it's easier for. And Glenn, I've actually added you as the client to this workspace, so you can view everything that is uploaded to this workspace, and you can share files back and forth with Matt and Dimitri and myself, and we can just communicate this way. You can check on the progress of the project as much as you'd like. I'm going to be checking in weekly as a faculty supervisor, but you can check in anytime you like. Dimitri, since you were the first contact with Glenn, why don't you just review for us, if you would, the project, just so that we're all on the same page?
Sure. I uploaded the contract to our Podio workspace, so let me just open it up so we all can see.
Yeah, I see it now.
What might deny article this semester.
Mm-hmm.
So okay, here it is, and as you can see from the contract, there are 2 deliverables. First is we will create a model technology lesson plan that can be modified actually by the teachers. And second one, we will create an online training guide for our teachers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, that looks good, Dimitri. And Glenn, are those deliverables acceptable to you? I assume you've had a chance to chat a bit, but I just wanted to make sure that.
Yes, I've had a chance to look over the contract, and it all looks great to me.
Okay, great. Well, again, we sure appreciate you working with our students. Maybe I will just quickly show you how Podio is set up, and then we can schedule another meeting a few weeks down the road and meet again. As I mentioned before, this screen that you're viewing is Matt and Dimitri's project for their course. As you look up at the top of the screen, you'll see where my mouse cursor is. I can click on roles, and Matt and Dimitri have assigned themselves separate roles. They'll be working together on the project, but you'll see here that on the right, the lead instructional designer for the project is Matt. Dimitri will assist him, but he will be the lead designer. Is that right, Matt?
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay, and then we have Dimitri is going to be the lead instructional developer for this particular project. And so we've assigned them roles. Dimitri read us the deliverables a little bit earlier, but Dimitri and Matt went ahead and set up these deliverables in Podio so we can actually see the progress that's being made on a particular project. You'll notice the one on the right was the first deliverable that Dimitri mentioned, and it's due, as you can see, June 28th. And then the one on the left is due a little bit later. Matt's primarily responsible for this first one, and then Dimitri for the second one. And if you want to check on the progress of any deliverable, you can just click on it, and Podio will open a screen for you. And you can see the title of the project here. As Dimitri mentioned earlier, this is the Model Technology Lesson Plan. And then underneath that is a progress bar. So we'll be expecting Matt and Dimitri to adjust this bar to give you and I some feedback in terms of how far along they are on the project. It tells us on the right, for example, whether it's 25% done and so forth. So that enables us to kind of monitor the project so we can see if there's any problems up front. And then we have the due date, of course, as I mentioned earlier. It's June 28th for this project. And then I also indicated that Matt was primarily responsible for this, but that doesn't mean Dimitri can just stay at home and do nothing, right, Dimitri? One unique aspect I think about this project deliverable is that it's really important that Matt and Dimitri get a milestone actually accomplished before the final deliverable. And they've added a needs assessment milestone here. And you can see the date here is that they need to complete this by the end of May. So that is something that we'll need to monitor as well to make sure that that's going well. They've included some documents, and Glenn, should you have any documents you'd like to share with them about this project, you're free to go ahead and upload those to Podio. In fact, one of the nice things about Podio is that not only can you add files from your computer, but do you have a Dropbox account?
I do, actually.
Okay. You can actually link your Dropbox account into Podio and then just access files from the folders within Dropbox. Here's an example of a few files in my Dropbox folder, and you can just click on those and they'll be ready to be viewed, and you can share folders in Dropbox with Matt and Dimitri, and be ready to go. Well, I think that's enough for now. Glenn, did you have any questions, or Dimitri and Matt, did you want to add anything to our discussion?
I think this looks great, and I look forward to working with Podio and Matt and Dimitri. I look forward to working with you too.
Good.
Working with you.
Okay, well, again, we'll have Matt and Dimitri meet with you probably separately. I probably won't be joining you in the next meeting, but they can set up a meeting with you in Podio and they can talk through. And should you want to contact me at any time, you can feel free to send me an email through Podio, and I check that daily. Okay?
All right.
Okay, so we'll see you all shortly. Thanks.
Thank you very much.